I've got chilies, which is mirch in Hindi, jeera, which is cumin seed, haldi, which is turmeric, rai, which is mustard seed, which is where you get the word raita from, and dalchini, which is cinnamon, elaichi, which is cardamom. So I'm going to use a little bit of the turmeric on the chicken before I start. Now, turmeric's antibacterial, it's really good for your digestion, and it also tastes good. It has a sort of earthy flavour that if you use too much of, it's really nasty. So you don't want to use too much. And all I'm going to do is just turn this over until it's all sort of coated in turmeric. It's also really good for staining your clothes. You notice I'm using tongs, otherwise you look like an incredibly heavy smoker, you know, which is not a good look these days. Okay, so that's all mixed up, ready to go. And how you going, Stu? Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Drain it. We're going to cook this rice by the absorption method, which is exactly the same way that a rice cooker works. Yeah. Hey, by the way, what's curry? Anybody know?
Is it a leaf that's ground down?
A leaf that's ground down?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a little wild rumour that's going around that Nadia might have been spreading. You know? No, kari, K-A-R-I. It's a Tamil word that means sauce. It sort of means nothing. And curry powder is an English thing. And curry powder is a weird thing. It's like taking a group of French herbs, making it into a powder and calling it French powder, so that, you know, if you want to cook French, you just take a spoonful of this. A lot of people think that if you want to cook Indian, you get a teaspoon of curry powder and whoa, it's Indian all of a sudden. You know? It's just not like that. Curries can be all sorts of things. Sometimes they'll have very few spices, maybe 1 or 2. Sometimes they'll have 10. But we're going to cook these until the onions start to turn brown, because it's going to give the curry a good flavour, and it's also going to give it a good look. It's going to darken it a wee bit. Under 5 minutes for the rice to go, which is extremely good news. Yep. Right. And do we think, yeah, looking brown enough, so we'll throw these in here. Right, we need some potatoes. Let's get these hacked up. These just need to go into 3 centimetre pieces, which is sort of bite-sized. Cut that in half. All right, that's going in there now.
I've noticed that chicken soaked up all the spices as well.
Yeah, it's all that way, because it has that powder on the outside.
Yeah.
If you threw that turmeric into that onion, you'd make it so dry it would start to burn before you could, you know, put the chicken in. We want 1.5 cups of water, and I've got a can of whole peeled tomatoes here. Give that a really good stir up. The only other thing that's going to go in there is some fresh coriander at the last minute. Pop the lid on, bring it to the boil. We're going to boil it gently with the lid on for about 15 minutes till the potatoes are tender. And then we'll taste it, season it, and it'll be still ready. Nice and hot. Beautiful. Lovely. No moisture. All that moisture's gone into the rice. And look at how long they've expanded lengthways. So you've got these incredibly long. This is where you need to be really careful of it. Because if you start just taking to it, you're going to mash it. So don't. Be really nice to it and just fluff it up with show it the love, you know? And see how it's completely lifted off the bottom. I think this is actually, the fact that it hasn't stuck is to do with the brilliance of the 2 chefs working today.
Oh, I tend to agree with you there, Ray.
Would you agree with me?
Absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. Whip the lid off that. Almost there, but not quite. So you need to have a taste. So...
Oh, it needs...
Yeah, off you go. You know what you're doing. I hope. Okay, buddy, what do we think?
It's thickened up nicely.
Yeah, it has. Yes. You happy?
Mouth singing.
The only other thing that's been sitting here very, very patiently is coriander. Just puff it all in, stir it up. We've got a big white platter here. Food always looks great on white. Yeah, just sort of go for the chicken and put the chicken down the middle, and then the rest can go over the top. See the colour? That's the curry. Righto, let's get this rice out onto a thing as well. Basmati rice, raita with cucumber and mint, and a rather vivid coloured potato, tomato, and chicken curry. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Very good.